Today, educators, we have a serious problem. In lower income neighborhoods, we're having problems with trying to raise awareness, trying to reach students at this point in time, and right now the whole education system is failing them. We need to be able to raise awareness and find ways to reach them so they can make better decisions. That's the reason we'll be voting for the government today. Under this resolution, the U.S. federal government should increase its support to the National Endowment for the Arts. Observation 1, the resolutional analysis. The A subpoints me definitions. The first definition is to be support. It's from dictionary.com, which is to supply with things necessary for existence. The rest of the definitions are going to be operational. The NEA is the National Endowment of Arts. It's a government program that supplies grants for arts, theater, music, educational awareness through all those. If you have any other questions on any of the things that they do fund, just let me know. But if you guys get the general idea, yes?
Where do they get their funding from besides the government? Like the government doesn't give them all their money, right?
That's an awesome question. They also get it from sponsorship and private donations. Thank you. Okay, cool. So since we have definition should is ought to, it's going to be a policy around the criteria is going to be net benefits. Observation 2 is going to be plan. The A subpoint is the U.S. federal government will mandate reenact the 1989 NEA Day Without Arts Performance. What this was is in 1989, they took several arts institutions and schools, and they blacked out all the arts in order to show people what the arts meant, to inspire people and to educate them. Now, there are a couple points to this. Like the first one is that they dimmed all the lights in schools and in theaters, and also in places like the Metropolitan in New York, like in the art museums in LA. I mean, this was nationwide. The second part is they wilted all the flowers, so all the flowers were dead, so everyone got a clear message that there was no arts. The third one is they covered up all the arts, and secondly, in strategic places where the art was, they put up a new banner with educational information on AIDS awareness to stop like homophobia, as well as like bullying problems as well. The next point to this is that they also had plays, like educational plays, where they taught about AIDS awareness. The second one is they had open forum discussions. The third one is they had performance monologues to teach people about what was going on. And the last one is yeah. So by doing all this stuff, we're going to reenact it nationwide. The agent of action is the U.S. federal government. The enforcement, once again, is the U.S. federal government. The funding is not needed because what they're doing is they're starting a campaign to open up closed arts. What they do is they raise donation money. Back when AIDS awareness and homophobia was like around around 1989, when it was extremely unpopular, they raised over $325,000. So now, when this is a very hot topic issue with so many things that are going on in the legislature and the Supreme Court, this will raise like millions of dollars. Second question.
Yeah, so how does the federal government have the ability to like order the National Endowment for Arts to do this like whole day of without arts thing? Like how do they have the ability to do that if they also get their money from private donors and grants?
Awesome. Okay. Here's the thing. Their budget was cut, and they need more money to keep their programs open. So anytime the government says, "Look, we're gonna open this up for you guys to have more donations and have more private funding," they're obviously gonna say "Yeah, cool. We'll definitely take more money." I don't think it's gonna be a problem trying to convince theaters, arts, and schools to take more money from donations. All right, cool. On Advantage 1. Advantage 1 is increase of AIDS awareness. The A subpoint. Currently, AIDS is scourging inner city and youth and both people of lower income classes as well as our elderly. Our elderly right now are some of the most promiscuous and newly contracted STD people around. And I mean, honestly, who goes to arts theaters the most? Old people, so they get their exercise, right? So we're definitely going to be able to reach the older population here. Kathy knows for sure. All right, on to the link. The plan raises AIDS awareness nationwide in theaters and schools through all the planks. And by doing so, internal links, this is going to be able to get raise awareness to all these people. They'll be able to learn. They'll actually have an education that will stimulate the ideas of what AIDS awareness is, how to prevent it from spreading, and how to be safer.
Explain the impact of blacking out the art and how that affects it.
Yeah, so the second internal link is by blacking out the art, wilting the flowers, dimming the lights, and where art should be, you have messages. This is what provokes thought. And when you have these thoughts, this is what makes you want to go and research the topics, look deeper into it. And also with open public forums, and as well as monologues showing the dangers of AIDS and as well as how to prevent it, this reaches children better than a teacher sitting there in a classroom just trying to say abstinence is key. Unfortunately, that's just not working. So if we can raise awareness and get to people, they'll understand how to do this. Another self impact, so it's not this time. The first one is this will stop lessen the spreading of AIDS through awareness. The impacts on this is we're going to have less people needing to go to doctors. The AIDS cocktail is extremely expensive, and if you're in the inner city, this pretty much excludes you at this point in time because you don't have the money to pay for it, and it's hard to get coverage through healthcare. And by doing so, these are the people that die the quickest because the cocktail helps you be able to sustain life and live for a long time. Without that cocktail, you die extramentally quicker. Secondly, this is going to help keep more inner city clinics open because there's not going to be such a rush to people going in there trying to get AIDS tests, which are expensive, which needs to be covered, as well as not being able to pay back their medical bills. And by doing so, more people have access to healthcare, so have healthier people. Secondly, this will help with prevention because kids and old people as well will both be able to know what is going on and what practices are safe and not safe. The second advantage is it's going to increase education. The ASAP point is currently school systems are failing. Please look specifically to Rate My Teacher in Los Angeles through K through 12. They're having problems reaching the students to actually get the matriculation rate and the information that they need. The second part is they're able to the link to plan is by this they'll be able to come to terms with their problems, and it inspires them to research, dig deeper, find information, and those that are closed-minded, this wants them to actually back up their true feelings by doing what? Researching them and digging deeper. We'll be able to come up to a better awareness. So the increase on this, which happened in 1989, which we can now blow up even bigger, so it's going to be on a bigger scale, is we're going to decrease racism, homophobia as well. And this is gigantic currently, where where kids that have hate crimes, especially when they're gay, they're more likely to first not to be reported. Secondly, to cause suicide. So if we can stop that, we are saving lives here. Secondly, this is going to stop hate. It's going to lessen hate crimes and raise awareness. So for these reasons, please vote for the government team.